Dr. ALEX EKWUEME, Grand Commander of the Order of the Niger, GCON, is an accomplished architect, respected internationally, a lawyer who enjoys the special precedent of being one of the 4 Nigerians to be awarded the prestigious Fulbright Scholarship by the U.S. State Department. A native of Eko in Anambra State of Nigeria, noted for his humility and forthrightness, Dr. ALEX EKWUEME declined the position of the monarch of his community, which he was eminently positioned to occupy, electing to yield this to his younger brother, renowned musicologist and actor Professor Laz Ekwueme. Dr. ALEX EKWUEME lost his ambition to become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria on the ticket of the People's Democratic Party to Chief Olusegun Obasanjo in the keenly contested presidential primaries of the party 2 times in 1999 and 2003. Dr. ALEX EKWUEME has always availed Africa his service at crucial moments. He was the leader of the team that monitored the parliamentary elections in Zimbabwe in 2000. Dr. EKWUEME also led the OAU Observer team to the Tanzanian presidential and parliamentary elections in the year 2000. He was also at the head of the NDI Carter Center-sponsored Observer team to the Liberian presidential runoff in 2005. Dr. ALEX EKWUEME is a member of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS Council of Elders. With a collection of very incisive books authored by Dr. ALEX EKWUEME, which gave invaluable contribution on the evolution of Nigeria's democratic and constitutional development, it was therefore a fitting tribute for a man who had contributed most passionately to the growth and development of Nigeria, nay Africa, to be celebrated in a big way as they attained the ripe age of 80 years. The International Colloquium, one of the activities put together to mark Dr. EKWUEME's 80th birthday celebration, which took place at This Day Dome in Abuja, as to be expected, was well attended by prominent personalities, either still calling the shots in the corridors of influence of Nigeria or had been at the commanding heights of governance at the various tiers before. In the forefront of the organization of the event was the Institute of Architects, of which the celebrant was the past president and one of the 5 founding fellows of the Institute. Dr. ALEX EKWUEME was also the president of the Architects Registration Council of Nigeria, and now he is the chairman of the Institute of Architects Board of Trustees. Dr. ALEX EKWUEME is a benefactor to many people through the EKWUEME Memorial Trust Fund, which to date has sponsored the education of several hundreds of students to universities at home and abroad. The topic of the International Colloquium and Conference, Nigerian Federalism, Building on the EKWUEME Legacy, which was chaired by Chief Edwin Clark, an older member of the Octogenarian Club, who had known Dr. ALEX EKWUEME for over 33 years, couldn't have been more apt, given the growing attention the topic has continued to engender among Nigerians, especially now that the review of the 1999 Constitution by the National Assembly is receiving urgent attention. Chief Edwin Clark set the tone for the very stimulating discussion, throwing his strong weight behind a federating unit where more power is allocated to the states and local governments.
Certain things have to be done before you have a constitution. The constitution should be the first thing in every nation. Know the basis of your coming together. Once that is done, then you can think about how to govern. The problem of Nigeria, I agree, is not the constitution, but we need a document which will make every Nigerian equal anywhere they are, the basis upon which our former heroes, the Southern Sokoto, Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, Chief Obafemi Awolowo, sat down in about 1953 and said, let's have a federation of equal partners, a federation where every region will develop at its own pace.
Other speakers at the forum, which included eminent Nigerians and governors, also used the opportunity created by the auspicious occasion to ventilate their views on the issue of federalism, building on the EKWUEME legacy. Those who spoke included the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator Pius Ayim, who represented President Goodluck Jonathan, former Head of State General Yakubu Gowon, the governors of Lagos, Anambra and Imo states. They all gave their various perspectives to the issue.
I must say that national integration is the foundation upon which a federal arrangement can stand, democratic progress can stand. Let me also say at this point that federalism is in effect a strategy to achieve national integration and not an end by its own self. And on this note, I am bound to say that the challenge of our time is not the failure of our federal arrangement, nor is it the failure of our democratic arrangement. It must be said that without national integration, there will be mutual distrust.
First of all is that the Constitution, or indeed any Constitution that I have read, does not provide or create an entity without giving it a responsibility, or indeed providing the personnel that will occupy that entity and the funding with which it will discharge its assignments. So in my view, if we were to accept this argument and create 6 geopolitical zones, it will mean that we would have to find personnel to head them, we will have to create responsibilities for them, and we will have to deal also with where the funding will come from.
Dear Father Ekwueme should be put into consideration in the ongoing constitutional amendment for equitable existence of Nigeria. You cannot have a situation where one group have 7 states, another group have 5, and you say remain in the agreement. That is not a way agreement works. Agreement can only work if it's based on equality, not on one person cheating the other.
He is a brilliant politician and a consensus builder. As a politician, his unapologetic stance on equitable power sharing is remarkable. As an architect, he distinguished himself as the designer of several public and private monuments spread across the length and breadth of Nigeria.
There were also Google messages in which eulogies, accolades and encomiums were deservedly poured on the birthday icon, Dr. ALEX EKWUEME, GCON, for his immense contribution to the evolution and growth of Nigeria. The response of the celebrant was vintage ALEX EKWUEME, short, sharp, and very measured. He thanked all those who honored him, praying that God will grant Nigeria the much sought after peace and unity, which have been the dream of the founding fathers of the Nigerian nation. A dinner was organized at the Congress Hall of the Transcorp Hilton Hotel, Abuja, by the Nigerian Institute of Architects for Dr. ALEX EKWUEME, who was basking in the euphoria of successfully attaining the age of 80 in good health and sound mind. A very big deal these days, when the life expectancy in these parts is about 48 years. A very good way to balance the brainstorming colloquium held earlier on. The dinner presented all the trappings of an evening of great fun, excitement, and camaraderie. The welcome address was read by the President of the Nigerian Institute of Architects, Dr. Ibrahim Haruna.
The Nigerian Institute of Architects has cause to celebrate this icon at 80 for 3 standing qualities that characterize what may be referred to as the EKWUEME brand. These qualities are professionalism, statesmanship, and integrity.
Senator Victor Ndoma Egba, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, CON, the majority leader of Nigeria's Senate, who was a guest speaker at the occasion, as a ranking member of the Senate and an accomplished Senior Advocate of Nigeria, did justice to the topic of the lecture, the role of professionals in governance and politics. Senator Ndoma Egba, SAN, who agreed that professionals from the various disciplines have continued to add a lot of value to governance in recent times, advised that they should tread the path of honor, so that they can bequeath a worthy legacy to be emulated by those coming behind at the end of their tenure in office.
We celebrate the consummate professional, politician, not in the answer of one of the two thieves, and thinker who has shown that the best should rise to the calling of politics, that politics can be played with intellectualism and character, that if the best don't get involved, we consign our future to adventurists.
Dr. Alex Ekweme's citation was read by architect Oba Donald Wando, while his birthday memento was presented by architect Ibrahim Haruna. The special guest of honor at the dinner, Central Bank Governor Lamido Sanusi Lamido, also addressed the esteemed gathering. In cutting the birthday cake, the celebrant was surrounded by his wife and other family members.
J-E-S U-S Cuts. Happy birthday.
The celebrants' response and vote of thanks, which followed in quick succession, formally brought to an end a very glorious evening.
So I know that at times, many of you had a to serve this country. I know that you do so very terribly. Give credit to the institute which you belong. Thank you, one and all, for this opportunity and God bless.
The bold and unequivocal statement made by everyone, which should serve as a motivating factor for Dr. Alex Ekwueme as he continues to serve his fatherland with all his might and strength, is that Nigerians will never allow the labors of our heroes past to go in vain. Dr. Alex Ekwueme is our living legend and a hero in perpetuity. Hearty congratulations, Nigeria's latest octogenarian.